The Kickstarter unit right here is a pain in the ass, a total bitch, and it is like putting together a jigsaw puzzle after you get it off. There's only 3 or 4 pieces, but they only go together one way. And they're under spring tension, which is a bitch. Now, you can see here that there's a little tiny C-clamp right down in here that you have to take off, and there's a washer right behind it. Both of the C-clamp and the washer are special made. Honda, you can't get them anywhere else. And your Kickstarter will not work without those 2 little things. So, what usually happens is the Kickstarter gear, or worm gear, it's called a worm gear because it has spiral gearing on it instead of teeth. And what happens is when I jump on this a lot, the worm gear in here, which is attached to right here, no, I guess it's not. It's actually right over here. I'll have to look at it. But the gear, it's in one little tiny, it's made of Japanese steel. It's a very good gear. But with all of the compression and the jumping on the starter that I do to fire this baby up, what happens is that little tiny gear gets a little crack in it, or just a little chunk taken out of it, and the repeated starting and starting and starting just tears more chunks out of it. And that's why you got your stickage and everything else. So what I will do when the time comes to take this off, and I have to take it off for another reason, I will break out my Honda book and show exactly how it's done. I'm not going to do it because it requires 2 hands. It's a pain in the ass to change the pinion gear. That's what it's called. And I've done it 4 or 5 times. So that's where I am right now. Oh, one more thing. If you park your bike somewhere, like say it's parked right here, okay, and you notice that this motor rattles a lot. It does. It just does for its size. If you happen to go around the bike and you see something strange, like a washer and a nut is on the ground by your bike that shouldn't be there, then you do a little bit more exploration. You notice this is loose. Not this one, but this bolt is loose from the exhaust pipe. Just don't throw the bolt away and pretend it's not there. Something's fallen off. Now I didn't tighten this exhaust on here for a reason. I may have to take it off if there's a leak or a compression problem, so I'm not going to give it the final tie down. So that's a tip of the day. Everything else is running good. Now I'm going to get the wiring done.